Welcome to Being Humankind with your hosts Brian, Mike, and Neely. We explore what it means to be human in a time of disconnection.
What is the most meaningful silence that you've ever experienced?
Most meaningful silence. Wow. I guess that would be right now. My situation is that I live alone, and I am often in silence and everything. I'm trying to get a dog so that I have some companionship, but I have learned in these moments of silence that sometimes we need to cherish those moments because you have the opportunity for self reflection. You have the opportunity for peace, silence. Um, and it as much as it bothers me that I'm alone all the time, I kind of am okay with it. I will embrace if I finally get it approved to have a dog here. Um, that when I bring that life in, I will give it all the love and compassion that I can, because all life is precious. That is one of my philosophies. Um, that is why I have not taken my own life through all the things that I've gone through, is that I see all life as precious and I will not take my own life.
Well, we're glad for that.
Thank you.
It's interesting that a dog can provide a relief from that silence.
But it can also provide comfort because I only want a small dog so that they can situate themselves on my lap and I can, pet them and soothe them and make them feel loved. And I'm searching for a rescue dog because I think those are the dogs that most need love. So I'm just trying to be compassionate in everything I do. So trying to bring a rescue dog in is part of that compassion that I have for all sentient beings.
It's that loving helper, caregiver part of you too. Yeah, like you were saying.
Yes.
And it's very hard to sit in silence and stillness. It is.
It is. Especially when you're doing it all the time. You know, I do go for long walks, and like I said earlier, I have my 18,000 steps in already. But you know, I meet very few people when I'm on my walks. There's a few people that I see on a regular basis, um, and we greet each other, and that's a positive thing. But being in solitude in your own place all the time, sometimes that can be depressing.
Mm.
But I continue to work to get out of my head, so to speak. Oh, I wish I had my glasses up so I could read what your cup said.
Do you want me to tell you what it says?
What's it say?
It says, get lost in what you love.
Oh, I love that.
Me too.
That's perfect. But yeah, so I go out on my walks all the time, and I greet everybody I see with a smile, sometimes with a mask on. But I still try to greet everybody with a smile, and just acknowledging them, because I think that's one of the things that we miss in our connection with humanity, is that we forget to acknowledge everybody. So, like, there's a janitor or whatever he is in the building next door to me, and he goes around and he's sweeping up the cigarette butts or whatever and everything, and I acknowledge him every day. I don't care who you are or what level you are. I choose to acknowledge everybody. So when I go to the grocery store, I acknowledge the person who's checking me out, and I acknowledge the bagger. I don't care what level you are. You are in the same level as I am. I make good money, but I choose to acknowledge everybody and treat them at the same level as I am, because they are. We are all human beings, and we all serve a purpose, and we all need to feel loved and respected. And this is my philosophy. This is who I am. And I choose that path purposefully. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry. But I choose that path because I love and respect all people. And I, there is no one below me and there is no one above me. And the thing, years ago, I had to reach out to the CEO of our company, and I had to advise him that our HRC level, or our number or whatever, was extremely low. We were at 30. And I reached out to him and I told him. And he was so happy that I brought it to his attention, that he worked with our HR team to not only drive that up to a 70, but also the next year we got 100. And we have been working towards making sure that we are one of the best companies for equality. And you know, that was a tough thing for me. But when he called me out of the blue and just started talking to me one on one and said, you know, how impressed he was. And then I told him that I was also helping to run an alpaca farm. he, he, he laughed. He says, I am even more amazed with you. But these are the simple things. If we stand our ground, if we continue to work towards a, a sense of love and compassion to all people and treat all people with respect, whether it's the bagger in your grocery store or the person who checks you out or whatever, and acknowledge them. Simply acknowledge them. You know, and the same thing with the like the janitor that I see sweeping up cigarette butts and everything. I stop and say hello to him. I acknowledge his existence. And this is where we need to be. This is where we need to be. We need to acknowledge everyone's spirit